On Monday, young climate activists earned a historic legal victory after a judge agreed with their position that Montana was violating their constitutional rights. Red Wadsworth joins us now for an in-depth look at this ruling and its deep ties in the Treasure State. Hey there, Ren.
Hi, John. That's absolutely right. Judge Kathy Seeley ruled that the state's failure to consider greenhouse gas emissions from mining and energy projects directly violates our state's constitution, specifically the amendment that guarantees residents a clean and healthful environment. Seeley's order permanently enjoined or banned two bills passed during this year's legislative session, Senate Bill 557 and House Bill 971. In her ruling, she wrote that both laws are unconstitutional and that the Senate bill, quote, removes the only preventative, equitable relief available to the public and MEPA litigants. Both laws prohibited state agencies from considering greenhouse gas emissions when performing environmental impact assessments. Seeley said the two pieces of legislation make the achievement of a clean and healthful environment improbable, especially in the plaintiff's distant future. But an environmental science professor says walking the line between economic advancements and ecological protection is something Montana is all too familiar with.
I think that as Montanans, we need to think about our history, the history that is reflected in our Constitution and what that's all about. In the 60s and 70s, we were a corporate colony. That's how people put it, a corporate colony, because of the Anaconda Company and pollution of the Clark Fork River. That motivated some of the conversation in the Constitutional Convention that led to this language in our Constitution. So that history is really important to remember.
Dr. Stephanie Ewing also has a personal connection to the lawsuit, as her own daughter is one of the plaintiffs fighting for her future. We have reached out to the Attorney General's office repeatedly, but as of now have only received a statement from the Montana Attorney General office that says in part, Montanans can't be blamed for changing the climate. Even the plaintiff's expert witnesses agreed that our state has no impact on the global climate, end quote. The state now has 60 days to appeal the ruling, and the Attorney General's office say they plan to do so. Live in studio, I'm Ren Wadsworth. Back to you, John.
All right, Ren, thank you very much for that update.